If you are tired of running out of money before the end of the month, then this video is for you. I'm going to tell you exactly how to stop living paycheck to paycheck starting right now. This is how you can actually keep more of your money. So watch this and make sure you stay tuned until the end. Now before we get started, can I ask one small favour? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Let's begin with number one, which is to track every pound or dollar so that you know where your money is going. So let's talk about one of the reasons that your money feels like it just disappears before the month actually ends. Now, if you don't have full visibility, then you're probably making a few decisions about money in the dark. So let me walk you through it step by step. You want to download an app onto your phone like Emma, Money Dashboard, or even YNAB. So the apps are Emma, Money Dashboard, or YNAB. Then you just want to connect your bank account securely using their add account feature, which you'll find in these apps. Now, if you want to keep it very simple, just enable automatic transaction tracking so that everything is categorized for you. So if you actually struggle with staying organized, this actually removes the manual work completely. So let me tell you that once you can actually see everything clearly in just one place, you're going to stop guessing and start controlling your money with much more intention. So if you want to actually find the exact problem, you need to review your last 30 days of spending properly and accurately. So let me walk you through it. You want to open your app and then just filter by last month or by the last 30 days. Then just go category by category and write down the totals for your food and groceries, your transport, the shopping, and even any subscriptions that you have got. Now, if you struggle with these kind of numbers, then just export your data into Google Sheets. Then just use the SUM function to actually total each category for you. Now, if you want some clarity fast, you want to sort transactions from the highest to the lowest, so you can actually spot the biggest drains and the biggest areas that you're spending more money. And now let me tell you, most people actually find that they are overspending in just one or two key areas. Now, if you can actually identify those couple of areas, then you already have a very clear path going forward. Now, if you actually find that you struggle with subscriptions eating into your income, then you need to fix that straight away. So let's talk about a very simple solution. You want to use apps like Snoop or Rocket Money to actually scan your bank for recurring payments. So that is Rocket Money or Snoop. So they're the apps you want to be using. Now, if you want to do this manually, just search your bank transactions for repeating charges each month. So let me walk you through it. You want to first list each subscription. Then you want to check just how often you actually use that subscription itself. Then just cancel anything that you haven't used in, say, the last 30 or 60 days, or things that you probably won't use too much. Now, if you don't know where to actually cancel, then go to the provider's website and just check account settings or even the billing. You're going to find what you've been paying for there. So let me tell you, cutting just 3 to 4 unused subscriptions or even just 1 or 2 can really free up a noticeable amount of money quite quickly for you. So if you want to actually stop overspending on a daily basis, you need to set clear limits before you start spending. So let me walk you through it. You want to open a digital bank like Monzo or even Starling. So that's Monzo or Starling. Then just create separate pots for essentials like spending and even savings. Now, if you actually struggle with discipline, you want to move your weekly spending amount into a separate pot every Monday or even every Tuesday, or just pick a different day for yourself. And if you want a very simple structure, just calculate your monthly income, subtract any fixed bills, then just divide what is left into weekly spending limits that you can work with. So let me tell you this. What this does, it actually forces you to live within boundaries and within a budget without constantly having to think about it. Now, if you can actually control your weekly spending, you'll find that you'll automatically fix your monthly problems with money. So if you actually struggle with some impulse purchases, then you need a system that slows you down before you actually overspend or before you spend anything. So let's talk about the 24-hour rule. If you want to buy anything that is non-essential, just wait one full day before actually purchasing it. So let me walk you through it. Add the item to a wish list using apps like Amazon, Notion, or even your phone notes. There'll be an app on your phone where you can actually put some notes on it, so just use that. And if you still want it after that 24-hour period, then consider buying it. But let me tell you, most of the time, the urge actually disappears. So if you want to go further, you can actually set a personal rule where anything over, say, $50 or £50 requires a 48-hour wait. So you're giving yourself 2 full days before you actually purchase it. Now, if you can actually delay decisions like this, you're going to stop emotional spending completely, or at least you're going to slow it down quite a lot. Now, if you want to break out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle a bit faster, you need to increase your income alongside your tracking. So let me walk you through it. You can actually go to platforms like Fiverr.com, Upwork.com, or peopleperhour.com, and these are freelancing websites where you can actually create a free account. And you can just list a simple service that you can offer in exchange for some money. Now, if you don't have too many skills yet, you can use AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini to write things like product descriptions. You can use Canva with the free version to design social media posts and graphics and visuals, or even copy AI for marketing content. So these are a whole bunch of skills out there that you can actually do. You can actually provide using AI tools. So let me tell you, businesses are already paying for these types of services on a daily basis. Now, if you want a starting point, you could just offer, say, free social media posts for $5 to $10, or maybe 5 to 10 posts for $10 to get your first clients. Now, if you can earn even just a small extra income on a weekly basis, you can create breathing room quite quickly. Now, if you find that you struggle to stay consistent, you need to build a simple routine that takes less than 10 minutes. So let me walk you through it. You can set a reminder on your phone every, say, 3 to 4 days to actually open your tracking app and review your spending for the last day or the week or even the last month. Now, if you want to stay organized, just create a simple dashboard in Notion where you actually track your weekly spending totals. Now, let me tell you, consistency really matters more than perfection. So if you find that you miss a few days, just restart without overthinking it. If you can stay consistent with this tracking, you can limit your spending, and adding small income streams along the side with these freelancing websites, you're gradually going to stop relying on every single paycheck just to actually survive. Let's now move on to number 2, which is to build a simple system that pays you first automatically. So let's now talk about why you never seem to have too much money left over to save at the end of the month. Now, if you actually wait until the end of the month to actually start saving, there's probably not going to be too much money left. So let me walk you through it. You need to actually reverse the process and pay yourself first automatically. Now, if you actually want to set this up, what you want to be doing is you want to log into your banking app. If you haven't got one already, just download the app for your bank that you've got and just create a standing order or a simple money transfer that can move money to a savings account or any other account on the same day that you actually get paid. So that is what you want to be doing. Now, if you actually struggle with discipline, automation removes the need to actually think about it in the first place. So let me tell you, even just $50 to $100 or pounds per month can build some momentum very quickly. Now, if you can actually prioritize savings before spending, you can change your financial direction very quickly. So if you want to make this kind of system work in the long term, you need a separate account that is not so easy to access. Now, if you actually struggle with dipping into savings, what you want to do is open a second account using some apps like Chase UK, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, or even Monzo Savings Pots. So that is Chase UK, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, or even Monzo Savings Pots. So let me actually walk you through it. First of all, you want to create the account. Just name it something very specific like emergency fund or something like that. Then just link your automatic transfer to it. That's all you need to do. Now, if you want to go a bit further, then just choose an account with no debit card access to actually reduce any temptation. So let me actually tell you, the harder it is to actually access, the less likely you are to actually spend this money. Now, if you can actually create some friction between you and your savings, you're going to find that you actually protect your progress at the same time. Now, if you struggle with knowing how much to actually save, you need a clear formula. So let's talk about a simple method that you can use. You want to start with just 10% of your income if possible. If you can't do 10%, just start with 5%, or any fixed amount that you can commit to consistently or that you are comfortable with. So let me actually walk you through it. If you earn £1,500 or dollars per month, then just set aside $150 or pounds automatically, or just adjust $50 to $100 or pounds if needed. Now, if you want some flexibility, just increase the percentage every time that your income actually goes up. So let me tell you, consistency really matters more than the amount at the very start. Now, if you can build that habit first, you can actually scale it much later without any stress. So, if you want to stop unexpected expenses from ruining your finances, you need to build an emergency fund step by step. So you want to be building an emergency fund. Now, if you actually struggle with sudden costs like car repairs or unexpected bills or any kind of bills, this is what keeps you stuck in the cycle. So let me walk you through it. You want to aim for your first $500 or pounds as a short-term goal, ideally £1,000 though. Then just build towards 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. So this is what you need to live on within for 3 to 6 months. So this is what you call your emergency fund. Now, if you want clarity, you want to calculate your essentials using a very simple list, like your rent, your food and groceries, your bills, and your transport if you have that, and just multiply that by 3. Let me tell you this, what this does, it creates a safety net so you don't really rely on credit on your next paycheck. Now, if you can build this buffer for 3 to 6 months for your emergency fund, then you'll find that your financial stress will drop very quickly. So, if you want to actually grow your money instead of just saving it, you need to use tools that can earn interest or even returns. So, if you struggle with knowing where to start, you want to consider platforms like Vanguard, Trading 212, or even Moneybox for beginner-friendly investing. So you want to start investing a bit of money if you feel comfortable doing that. This is a good way to actually grow your income over the long term as well. So let me walk you through it. First of all, just open an account and just choose a simple index fund like an S&P 500 tracker. Then just invest small amounts consistently each month. Now, if you want low risk, just focus on long-term investing rather than quick gains. Now, let me tell you, this helps you grow money passively over time. Now, if you can combine savings with investing, you're going to move beyond just surviving. Now, if you actually struggle with sticking to this kind of system, you need to remove decision making completely, or you need to have a different way of thinking about it. So let's talk about automation tools. You can use apps like Plum or Chip, which automatically analyze your spending and just move small amounts into savings for you. So let me walk you through it. First of all, you want to connect your bank, then just set your preferences and let the app handle the micro savings in the background for you. Now, if you want an easy win, just start with some small daily amounts like $1 to $5 or £1 to £5. Now, let me tell you, you won't even notice it leaving your account. Now, if you can actually automate both the fixed and the flexible savings, you're going to build some momentum without too much effort. So, if you want to avoid some common mistakes, you need to stop treating savings like optional money. Now, if you struggle with consistency, then don't skip the transfers just because a month feels a bit tight for you. So let me walk you through it. What you want to do is reduce the amount if needed, but never stop the habit completely. Just reduce the amount you're saving or you're investing. Now, if you want to stay motivated, just track your savings progress using Notion or even a simple spreadsheet in Google Sheets. So let me tell you, seeing your balance grow creates motivation to actually continue as well. And if you stay consistent with paying yourself first, you break the paycheck to paycheck cycle and start building real financial stability. Let's now move on to number 3, which is to cut your biggest monthly expenses and not just the small spending. So let's now talk about why cutting small daily expenses may not be enough to actually fix your current situation. Now, if you focus on only things like coffee or snacks, then you miss the real problem, your biggest monthly costs. So let me walk you through it. You want to first open your banking app or just use Emma or Money Dashboard. So these are two apps you can use, Emma or Money Dashboard. Then you want to just list your top 5 largest expenses like your rent, your car payments, your insurance and your utilities. Now if you want more clarity, just write these down in Google Sheets and just calculate the total percentage of your income that they actually take. Now if you struggle with high fixed costs, then this is where the biggest savings usually are. So let me tell you, just by reducing one large expense is often much more powerful than cutting dozens of smaller ones. So if you want to lower your bills, you need to actively renegotiate or switch providers altogether. Now, if you actually struggle with high energy or broadband costs, then you want to just use comparison websites like USwitch, Compare the Market or even Money Supermarket. So let me walk you through it. All you need to do is enter your current provider details, then just compare cheaper options, then just switch directly through the platform. Now, if you want to get some immediate savings, just call your current provider and just ask for a better deal by mentioning competitor prices that you have actually seen. And let me tell you, companies often lower your rate just to actually keep you in the first place. Now, if you can actually reduce even just one bill by $20 to $50 or pounds per month, then that adds up very quickly. So if you actually struggle with high rent or housing costs, you need to explore practical alternatives that you can actually use. So let's talk about realistic options that you can do. You might want to consider house sharing using platforms like Spare Room, or even negotiate the rent if your contract is actually ending. So let me walk you through it. You can research similar properties in your area using Rightmove or even Zoopla. Then just use that data to support your negotiation. Now, if you want some flexibility, just look into relocating slightly outside high cost areas to reduce the monthly expenses. So let me tell you, housing is usually the biggest financial pressure. And if you can actually reduce this cost even just slightly, it actually creates instant breathing room for you. So if you want to avoid some common mistakes, you need to stop ignoring fixed expenses because they feel harder to actually change. If you struggle with taking action, just set a simple goal to review and reduce at least one major bill each week. So let me walk you through it. Just pick one expense, research some good alternatives on the web, and just contact some providers and make a switch if needed to actually save some money. Now, if you want to stay organized, just track all the changes in Notion or even a spreadsheet in Google Sheets so you can actually see your total savings. Now, let me tell you, most people stay stuck, or a lot of people stay stuck because they never take action on the big numbers. Now, if you can consistently reduce your largest expenses, you make faster progress than most people will do. Well, that's it for this one. Now, if you're serious about building your online business and creating new online income streams, take the next step today. Click the link below in the description or in the top pinned comment and head over to my website where you can talk directly with our AI assistant, which is trained in all aspects of AI. It's there to help you explore the tools, strategies, courses and skills that you need to start building your online business and creating new income streams with AI. Simply start a conversation and get your free personalized AI learning plan tailored to your goals and your experience level so you know exactly what to focus on next. So don't wait, take action today. Click the link below, visit the website and start chatting with our AI assistant to begin your journey right now. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really does energize and motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and have a wonderful day.